Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to my talent guide for Muradin, one of the best heroes in the game for 2,000 gold. The best tank in my opinion in this game, especially for 2,000 gold. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the build. If you guys are just interested in seeing my build and copying it, you can go ahead and do so. I'll leave a link down below in the description box. But this is my general go-to build. There are going to be other builds that are more viable against certain compositions, but we'll still get some of you guys started. So let's go ahead and get started with the first talent. So how Muradin plays is he's relatively great at body blocking, and he's really good at just absorbing damage. And if people focus him, then your team is going to win the fight. So at level 1, I like to get the talent that has your opponents lose their attack speed by 50% for 3 seconds. Now again, this is all dependent on what you're fighting against. There are going to be different builds for certain compositions. If they have no one that autos, then it's probably not the best trait. But for the most part, it's still viable just because you can hit multiple people with this. And if you're reducing, 2 to 3 people with their attack speed by 50%, that's actually pretty big. So that's going to be one of the best traits. Next up, Thunder Burn, so you're able to make it so it slows them down and deals additional DPS. It's really easy to get this off because once you jump over them, you body block them, then you can stun them, and you will almost guarantee getting Thunder Burn off majority of the time. So we can go ahead and do like a little example of this. This guy needs to get a little closer. So we would jump, we hit him, and well, normally people would walk away. But you can stun them so they stay in. So like normally he'd try to move up, but we would be body blocking him so he can't do that. But this will be like a relatively easy kill. And don't be afraid, he's relatively tanky. So you don't have to really worry too much about tanking damage. So what makes Muradin so good is that passive. So, oh, I didn't take damage for 4 seconds? Okay, I'm just going to start healing. Very good trait. So one thing that I've mentioned before when I talked about my hero guide for like cheap heroes is that you can, well, this is the AI, so it's not like a super great example, but certain heroes, they'll just use a lot of stuff against Muradin. Look, I'm already pretty much I'm at full HP essentially when I go like auto him. So what I can do is I can go ahead and like I mentioned before, you can cancel a lot of animations in this game. So like you can see I can like go up to him and like fake attack. So you see how it raises my hammer? It's not going to actually go up and hit him until I actually like fully let it go through. What you can do with this with Muradin is you can scare people into using their stuff, and then you'll stay mounted, and then you can go ahead and chase them down, and you can do a lot of cheeky stuff with it. But basically you can engage people, and you can force them to use their mana. Again, it's not the best example because it is an AI, but majority of the time, you will be able to trick your opponent a lot with Muradin. Like, I haven't even used my jump yet. So I can use my jump, I can go ahead and body block a ton, I can, sometimes the AI, you can't always predict the AI, but, well, yeah, I guess you can't technically predict players, but the next trait I like to get on Muradin at level 7 is where it's called Piercing Bolt. I probably should have got that trait before doing the Q anyways. At level 10, it's always Avatar. This is not the greatest. We can get it for the sake of getting it, but all he does is just gain a whole bunch of health. But it's not gonna really change the way he will be shown off in this. But for the sake of it, we're gonna do this. Like, a lot of people will do this. They'll just go up and they'll punch them into like turrets or something like that. You can do a lot of things with that as well. But for the most part, the Avatar is generally what you want to go for, because it's almost like a second like bar of HP. Because some heroes at level 23, that's about how much HP they have. At this level, it's 2,700. Like some characters are like 2,300 at this level. So yeah, don't really go for Haymaker. You can see how it can be useful, but I don't recommend it at all. Like, it's like false dead blow. Like, it can be used specifically against like certain team comps, and if you have like coordination, yeah, you can definitely make some good use out of it. But I just don't really recommend it for the most part. Level 13 is a trait where I think it depends on what you're facing against. If there's a Zagar and she's spreading creep like crazy, then I recommend Burning Rage. It's just excellent for that. But most of the time I usually end up getting Spell Shield. These are the two ones that I can recommend, because this is more DPS, but you really want to hit multiple people with it anyways, because you want to be able to slow them, and then, well, that slow will proc the second time, but you want to hit more people with it. So I guess this makes it so it's a win-win. If you hit multiple people, you're getting ahead, and if you hit only one, then, I mean, 300% damage is quite a bit. but let's see, like, how much is it actually hitting for? 230. He's not meant to deal DPS anyways. He's used to body block and have utility. So I would just recommend Spell Shield for the most part, because he has a really good initiation or technical escape, depending on the way you want to use it. At level 16, at one point I was going for the, depending on what you're playing against. If there's certain things that you have to stun, then that's not that bad at all. Majority of the time I do like getting Imposing Presence, so enemies that attack you have their attack speed reduced by 40%. Oh, 40% slow, oh, 50% slow, like, it's pretty good, right? So yeah, that can work pretty well with his Thunderclap. Occasionally I do like to get Stormform if people aren't really focusing, well, either way, these are both technically defensive stats, because this is going to reduce their overall DPS on other heroes as well. This one's more for just you. I think this one's overall just better because it's going to be everyone. You could try other things. At one point I did like this, but it just depends on your composition, which is always going to be relevant when we're talking about certain builds. But for the most part, I usually like Imposing Presence. And then the last trait, I can't recommend Rewind enough. You could also, I've seen some people get this in competitive, which was you increase their duration by 30% and the duration of disables. Like, people shouldn't be disabling Muradin anyways, so the way I see it, well, like I said, don't actually get this. It can be okay. I mean, it hits for an okay amount, but overall, I think that the Muradin, again, is not supposed to deal DPS. So I think that overall Rewind is like hands down the best, because Rewind will give you so much more stats for your entire team. So the reason why I like Rewind, and I think it outclasses everything, being able to reset and stun people and throw the Thunderclap down, like if I was to, let's say, knock this guy in, right? And then, well, hopefully he won't die. I can go ahead, stun him, rewind, stun again, and just outplay him. And just, again, body blocking is key in this game. You can see how I'm actually able to control, like, kind of where he goes. But that's just one. I don't know if I hit it fast enough, but I don't think I got my first stun off. But it's not really that relevant anyways because it's AI. But like doing the stun is just so freaking good. You can see like how I'm using the ability to essentially body block and utilize the Thunderclap into Stormbolt, so you guarantee yourself getting the second proc effect, so it's going to deal more damage, and then on top of that it's going to apply that slow so you can body block even harder. Let's see if we can... I mean, that thing hits, it's not bad. Oh, look at that cheek. Did you see that AI too good for me? But anyways, yeah, that's the basic like gist of Muradin. I can't really think of any other suggestions, but if you guys have any other suggestions, we'd love to hear in the comment section below. I think Muradin is overall a really, really good hero. Probably one of the best tanks in the game, as well as one of the best heroes in the game for 2,000 gold. If you want to be more of those, more of a tanky role, he's very, very excellent at doing its job. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts, and I'm signing out.